Death smiles at us all, but all a man can do is smile back. Yet what if we didn't have to fear death at all? What if we could love life so fully that death lost its grip on us? Today we're stepping into the minds of two philosophical giants. Epicurus, the ancient Greek thinker who told us death is nothing to fear, and Martin Heidegger, the 20th century existentialist who argued the opposite, that death is not only to be faced but embraced. Let's take a deep breath and look into the void. Epicurus was a radical for his time. In a world soaked in myth and superstition, he dared to say, death is nothing to us. His logic, death is simply the absence of experience. When we are alive, death is not present. When death arrives, we are no longer there. No sensation, no suffering, no you. To Epicurus, fear of death was irrational, a cultural illusion, often reinforced by religion and fear of divine punishment. He thought the best way to live was to seek peace of mind, ataraxia, through modest pleasures, friendship, and understanding the nature of the world. In his view, fearing death was like fearing the time before we were born, empty, silent, painless. So why worry? But then came Heidegger, centuries later, with a more unsettling idea. To him, death wasn't a mistake to be corrected by reason. It was the core of our being. Heidegger believed we are all beings toward death, not just biological organisms who die, but conscious creatures who know they will die. And that knowledge changes everything. Most of us, Heidegger argued, flee from this awareness. We drown in distractions, social roles, career ambitions, even philosophy itself, all to avoid confronting the one truth we cannot escape, our finitude. But here's the twist. Heidegger didn't see this as depressing. He saw it as awakening. When we finally face our mortality, when we stop pretending we have unlimited time, we start to live authentically. We begin to ask, what really matters? What is worth doing with this one fragile existence? In this way, death is not the enemy of life. It's the engine of life's meaning. So now the contrast is clear. Epicurus wants to defang death, reduce its terror through reason and science. Heidegger wants to feel death, to let its reality shape our very existence. One tells us, don't fear death because it is nothing. The other says, fear it just enough to live meaningfully. But which path frees us more? Think of the choices we make, the jobs we take, the love we pursue or avoid, the art we do or don't create. Beneath them all is the ticking clock. Epicurus would tell us, silence the ticking, enjoy a quiet life, eat simply, cultivate friendships. Don't waste time worrying about what you'll never experience. But Heidegger leans in, listen to the ticking, let it disturb you, let it push you, not toward panic but toward purpose. What would you do differently if you really felt the finitude of time? So, should we conquer the fear of death or channel it into a deeper love of life? Maybe we need both. Maybe in the silence between heartbeats, we glimpse what Epicurus called peace and what Heidegger called authenticity. And maybe the art of living is learning when to forget death and when to remember it.